Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at two really great flashlights from Fenix, especially when we're looking at EDC flashlights, and that is the two that you see here in front of you. This is the Fenix E05R on the left, and then the Fenix E09R on the right. I want to thank Fenix for sending these flashlights out so I can go ahead and check them out, test them out, and showcase them for you here in this video. Now, I believe that each one of these flashlights, while very similar looking, have a particular purpose as far as EDC purpose that they are great for. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at each one. We'll go through the different features, we'll look at the different outputs and modes, and then I'll go ahead and share with you what I feel these flashlights would be best suited for, especially for EDC purposes. Alright, we'll go ahead and start with the smaller one here, the E05R. Fenix has a great reputation for putting out some really awesome lights, and this one is definitely a great example of that. It is designed of T6 aluminum, and it does have a hard anodized anti-abrasive finish, so it's definitely going to hold up to whatever usage you're going to be putting it through. So you guys can see this is a really nice example of one of Fenix's flashlights. Now this particular one is in the black color version. It is available in two other colors, so if you guys are interested, I will leave a link below where you guys can pick it up in whatever color you see would best fit your needs. I like the fact that they went with this kind of copper color for the activation switch. It is a metallic switch because it just gives it a nice contrast to the whole flashlight as a whole. So again, it's a very small, sleek form factor for this light. It is coming in at about 0.85 ounces, so very, very lightweight, and it actually has a overall length of 2.68 inches, so right under 3 inches. So this is a great flashlight suited for what I would say EDC keychain carry. So this flashlight would definitely be very well suited to have on your keys. On the back here, you do have a spot where you can attach the included split ring, and I'll show you guys here. You have this little accessory bag that comes with it. You have two extra spare O-rings and then a small little split ring there. So this section in the back here is where you would put that, and I could easily say that this flashlight would live very well on your keys. Now the great thing about the E05R is that it is also rechargeable, so it does come with an included micro USB cord here. That is the one thing that I wish it would be an upgrade to a USB-C, just because the majority of the industry and electronics are moving to USB-C. But again, I still have some flashlights that work off of micro USB, so I'm really not too worried about it. So the way you access the charging port is, you can see right here on the side of the light, you have a little arrow pointing to the left with a USB symbol. So all you have to do is rotate the body right there, and then you will be greeted with the micro USB charging port right there. There is also a LED on the side which will give you your charging status, and then you can just rotate it the opposite way towards the right to close that up once you're done, and you'll go ahead and secure that. So I like the fact that it is a rechargeable light, especially if it's something that's going to be sitting on my keys. You know, I don't have to fumble with changing out batteries or anything like that. I can just go ahead and recharge it whenever I feel that it needs that. Talking about the side switch here, again, it is nice and recessed, so I don't feel like I'm going to be turning it on inadvertently or anything like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the different modes. I'm going to shut off this overhead light just so we can get a little bit clearer look at it. So if you go ahead and press the side switch for 0.5 seconds, the light will come on. It actually comes on at the lowest mode here, and this is 3 lumens. So this is perfect because this will give you a runtime of about 30 hours, so it helps you preserve the battery life on the flashlight itself. If you go ahead and press it again, you'll go up to medium. Medium is 25 lumens, good for 5 hours. Then press it again, you'll go to high, and high is 150 lumens for 55 minutes. So on high, 150 lumens is a great light output for majority of EDC tasks. So you know, I like the fact that this little flashlight is giving you that option. I also like the difference in the different lumen outputs. So 3 to 25 to 150. I think that is a good jump there. Especially between 25 and 150 for majority majority of EDC tasks. If you press the button again, it'll just ramp back down to the low, and if you press and hold, it'll actually turn off. Now, this flashlight does have a burst mode, and the way you access that is, again, with the side switch there. If you press it for 1.2 seconds, it'll actually go right into burst. Now you have to continue to press the button to keep it in burst, but a burst will actually give you 400 lumens coming out of this little flashlight here, which is great. Again, this is if you were to need a quick burst of light, as the name entails, just to have a little bit extra light to be able to do whatever it is that you need to do. The flashlight will go ahead and give you that, and then when you release it, it'll actually go back to the low mode, press and hold, and it'll turn off. Now, the other thing is, I wish that when you release the burst mode, it'll just turn off. I feel that if I'm using burst mode and then once I'm done and I don't want to use it anymore, I don't think that I would want to use the low mode, so I might forget that it's on low mode and then waste the battery. So again, maybe in a new version, they might change that to have it turn off completely. So again, that is a look at the E05R. Great light, especially for EDC keychain carry, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bigger brother. Alright, so now looking at the E09R, again, this is a slightly larger light than the E05. This is the bigger brother. Very similar as far as the look of it. Obviously, the construction is going to be the same. You're going to have that T6 aluminum and then the hard anodized anti-abrasive finish. So this is going to hold up very well, especially for EDC carry if you're going to be carrying this light pretty much on a daily basis. Now, this light is going to be a little bit larger. So it's coming in at 1.59 ounces as far as the weight goes. It's still very lightweight, but now you have 3.11 inches on the length, so just a tad over 3 inches, but again, it is very small, as you guys can see it here in my hand. So I feel that this light would be great for EDC carry. I can easily see carrying this light as my primary flashlight. The only thing that I wish they would have included is a pocket clip for this light. At the size with a pocket clip, that would have made it a great option to, just grab and throw into a pocket and be able to use it. Now, as with the E05R, you do get a little bag here with a couple of spare O-rings, and you have a split ring as well. As far as the split ring goes, I don't know if I would be using this light to keychain carry it. And when I see a split ring, that is my first intention, is to use it to keychain carry. Again, you do have that same loop in the back here where you can go ahead and put on the split ring to do that. What I would probably do with this light, especially because it does not have a pocket clip, is throw a lanyard on there. That way, at least if I have it, kind of tucked in my pocket, I'm able to retrieve that with the lanyard, and I can go ahead and use it. Or maybe if I have it inside of a bag, like a pocket inside of a backpack or an EDC bag or something like that, I can go ahead and retrieve it very easily. As with the smaller version, this one is rechargeable as well. You access the charging port the same way, so you see the arrow pointing to the left with the USB symbol there. You go ahead and unscrew it, and then you are greeted with your, this time, USB-C charging port. And again, they do include the charging cable, USB-C to USB. And I like the fact that these USB-C cables are actually a little bit longer, or these USB cables, I should say, both in the micro USB on the E05 and USB-C in the E09 here. They are rather long, which is good. It gives you enough length to be able to use it, but it is included in there. And then you also have a LED on the side, which will give you your charging status. Go ahead and turn it, and that will close up, and you're good to go. Again, this one is in the black color version. It's only available in black, not like the E05 that's available in a couple other colors. But still, black is great for EDC purposes. I tend to gravitate towards that color anyways. And then you do have that copper color recessed metal switch, which is great. It activates very easily, and it's good to use. So going through a couple of the different modes, this is going to be the same UI as with the E05. So if you press and hold for 0.5 seconds, the light will come on. It is coming on the moonlight mode, which again is 3 lumens, good for 70 hours. If you go ahead and press the side switch again, you will have a low mode of 25 lumens, good for 16 hours. Press it again, and then you'll have a medium mode, which is 100 lumens for 4 hours. and then press it one more time, and you'll have a high output of 300 lumens, good for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So again, if you press it one more time, it'll cycle through, press and hold, and it'll turn off. Now, as you see, the E09R does include that one extra output in there, so you go from 3 to 25 to 100 to 300. As I mentioned, I like the fact that they've spread out those outputs, both in the E05 and the E09, because they make them better suited for different EDC tasks, especially. I know some flashlight companies will get the lumens, the output too close together, so there isn't really a difference between one or the other. So, you know, it almost seems like wasted UI to do that. But with this one, 325, 100, and 300 is great. But again, this flashlight does have a burst output. Press and hold it over the 0.5 seconds. And it'll go right into burst. Again, you have to continue to hold that. And burst is 600 lumens. So again, 600 lumens out of a flashlight the size of this one here, you know, right over 3 inches is awesome. This is perfect for those situations where you need a lot of light coming out, but just in a quick instant. Then you know, this burst mode, you know, works very well on the E09R here. And then again, when you let go of that, it'll just cycle back down to your moonlight. You press and hold, and it'll turn back off. So as I mentioned in the when I was talking about the E05, I almost wish that they would have gone to you know, just have it turn off when I, you know, let go of the burst mode. But again, that's the way that they decided to do it. So maybe something might change in another version. It is neither here nor there, but I could easily see somebody forgetting to turn it off, because again, it is going down to moonlight, which is only 3 lumens. So depending on your environment and your situation, you might not see that light on and leave it on mistakenly. Now, because these lights are rechargeable, I think they definitely work great for EDC purposes. This one here, I could easily see carrying it as my primary EDC flashlight because of the size, but also the different outputs that you have. You know, I tend to always use the highest output on my flashlights. So if I wanted to, you know, I can turn it on and then, you know, go all the way up to 300. And that's the output that I would use. 300 lumens out of a small light like this is perfect for majority of EDC tasks. So I don't have to worry about this flashlight underperforming, because you do have those different outputs and those different run times. Now, as you saw there, both lights do have a memory. I don't think I mentioned it in the E05R. So as I just said, I normally would use the highest output. So any of the modes that you go through, if you turn off the lights and then wait a couple seconds and turn it back on, it will come on that last mode that you left it on, obviously with the exception of the burst mode. So that is a great option as well. So if I want to have this light set up to always come on that high output of 300, I can just leave it there, and then the next time that I turn it on, it'll come right back on that 300 output mode. So that is great. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lights side by side one more time, and we'll talk about the overall of the two flashlights. Alright, so as you can see, the E05R and E09R are great examples of what Fenix can do with EDC flashlights. Again, each of them suited for, in my opinion, a particular task which they would perform very, very well. E05R being that keychain flashlight that will live really nicely on your keys and give you more than enough output and options for everything that you would need. The E09R, great option as an EDC carry, maybe a primary EDC carry light. Maybe coupling these two together would be great. You know, you could have the E09 as your EDC light and then the E05R as your backup light on your keys. But, you know, even as a backup light or even as just a keychain flashlight, the E05, I can say that in a pinch, if I were to have forgotten my primary light, whether it's this one or another one, this one would still be able to, get me through any EDC tasks that I would have throughout my day. So I do like the way that they made these as far as the look of them. So the black color with the metal copper switch here looks really nice. Again, the E05R is available in 2 other colors besides the black one. So I'll go ahead and leave that link to below where you guys can check these out and pick them up. I believe they are very well price right now. So if it's something that you want to pick up maybe together so you can have both, or then go with one or the other, I would definitely recommend you check them out and see what they're all about. So there it is. Again, thank you to Fenix for sending these out so I can check them out and showcase them to you guys. That is the Fenix E05R keychain light and Fenix E09R EDC flashlight. Let me know if you guys have any questions.